Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Today is May 17th. It is the feast day of St. Paschal Balon, Confessor. In his youth, St. Paschal tended flocks. He entered the order of St. Francis and became a model of all religious virtues. Leo XIII declared him protector of all Eucharistic congresses. He died in 1592. I thought that was very interesting on two important people that were mentioned in in St. Pascal's bio. The first being St. Francis, which which for me, since I'm coming from the Archdiocese of San Francisco, is very important because San Francisco is named after St. Francis. So I thought that was very special. And then the second one being Pope Leo XIII, which, as you know, our Pope right now is Pope Leo XIV. So I think this is a very cool coincidence because I wasn't expecting to make a video today, but here we are. So one thing about Pope Leo XIV is right now I just took a glance at my altar, my home altar that's inside of our kitchen, and I have a picture of I have a picture of Pope Francis there. And what I do need to do eventually is to find a picture of Pope Leo XIV, which would be great because I like to keep a picture of the Pope with me, so that I can give prayers for the Pope usually every day. And then, especially if you're trying to gain any plenary indulgences or indulgences in general, you need to be praying for the Holy Father as well as being in a state of grace and all the other prayers that are required for gaining those indulgences. Yes, on to the three topics that I wanted to talk about today, which is the three B's: bunnies, birthday parties, and baptism. So the first being bunnies, I decided I wanted to share a little bit about our home pet, which his name is lovingly named Lord Vader. And as far as like if you guys are Star Wars fans or if you're a Star Wars fanatic, which I had actually adopted him or picked him up, and the day after I had done a lot of Star Wars binging, so that's where his name came from. But but if you follow a little bit of the Stardom fandom, then May is typically the month of May the 4th, which is like Star Wars Day. So just just a little bit of quirky stuff about me. And then yeah, I just wanted to dedicate a little bit of this video to him because he's getting along in age, and he is going to be, I believe he's going to be either 9 or 10 years old this year. He he came to me when I was in I believe the last year of graduate school, so it must have been around 2015 or 2016. So that's around 9 or 10 years ago. And he's lived a very good life. And as you can see from the video, it's just my husband changing out his litter bin while I was doing some work in the kitchen to clean up, since we had just gotten home from a fun-filled day of two birthday parties. So it was really nice to have the birthday parties and just spend time with friends, and neighbors. So, because one was our neighbor's party and the other one was our friends' birthday parties, our friends' kids' birthday parties. So it was nice, but very fun filled and very and just a very full day. So lots of blessings in general. Lots of hard times too, because when we go out to parties, we end up staying really late, which in general, all the kids end up staying really late. Most of the kids are under the age of 6. So lots of little kids running around. It's very hectic. And we tend to stay a little bit late because the kids don't really hang out very often. So it's nice for them to catch up. And with that, obviously, there are going to be a lot of tantrums and meltdowns. So kind of comes with the territory. And let's see. The last thing I wanted to talk about was baptisms. So the day is coming, and my sons are both gonna finally be baptized this coming weekend. So really excited. starting to get all the preparations done for the baptism party and things like that. And I also need to wrap things up with the parish to finalize all the baptism arrangements. So there's a lot that's happening and it's pretty exciting. But I also wanted to kind of keep a pulse on things that are going on with work, and I'm actually very grateful that my my workload has been pretty reasonable. So yeah, just the preparations for baptism are on the way. We have a lot of cleaning to do with the house. Our our entire living room area and dining room area are filled with toys, so we're gonna have to figure out how to move that all around and make the place presentable because we've really been so busy that just our house is in shambles with all the toys and things floating around. And I didn't really get to do spring cleaning, so hopefully I can get around to doing that with my husband. And other things that I'm planning to add for the baptism is just like small decorations. Like I got like a $10 baptism pack from Amazon, which had like streamers and balloons and some cake toppers and stuff. So hopefully that should be enough to cover at least the decorations. And then I wanted to try to figure out some like nice party favorite gifts to give mainly for each household. So, because a lot of our guests are actually not going to be Catholic, most of them friends are going to be non Catholics. We're just inviting them over to play at our house if they're free, since it's Memorial Day weekend. But we do have like a couple Catholic families, which would be like godparents. My my stepdad is coming, and then also one of our other friends families is Catholic. So only really like 3 parties out of the 10 or so are going to be Catholic. And for that, I thought it would be nice to give as like a party favor for the families, blessed salt and blessed oil, in this case olive oil, because I was doing a little bit of research and I found out that since when they get blessed they become sacramentals and can be used for cooking. So I think that would be nice. The only thing I have a concern about is if it's not used, like they'll go bad. But what I understand is that sacramentals, like anything that's blessed, needs to be used and or properly disposed, and it cannot be thrown away, which is terribly bad. And by properly disposed, it means like it needs to be buried or completely dismembered, that it can be usable, and then buried or burned. And then I think lastly, we could actually bring it to our parish and they'll be able to dispose of it for us if we're unable to do so. So I'm not sure. I think this would be helpful if someone might know, if you might know whether this might be a good gift or not, or if giving it as a gift to non-Catholics might be a little bit risky. But I think I will also put in some like notes in the gifts to let them know that hey, this is blessed salt, please use before expiring, or blessed oil, please use before expiring, or something like that. But yeah, I thought that would be like a nice gift to give to the families. And then for the kids, probably just give them like little toys and trinkets, little toys or some treats that are maybe like more white related or related to doves or something. Yeah, I kind of just want to be mindful to not be like, um, I guess like I can't really say too Catholic. I'm not sure if that's really like, I don't know. I I mainly just want to be mindful of everyone else in the group to not exclude them because a lot of the people aren't going to be Catholic. So I can't really give out, just keep giving like, or I can't really expect to give out rosaries to everyone and expect it to be properly used. So that's something that I want to be mindful of. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with how things are going with party planning. And I guess I'll keep you guys updated and to see how things are going. But if you guys have any ideas or thoughts and experiences that you could share about whether you've hosted any baptism parties or any other Catholic related parties like these, especially for like sacramentals or or celebrations of the sacraments, that would be much appreciated. But aside from that, thank you for spending the time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please pray for me and I'll be praying for you. Have a blessed day. Bye.